Hello, everybody. Sometimes a story needs to be told and the timeline needs to be documented. As time goes on, details get fuzzy, and just like those great debates over who is the greatest outfielder, batter, or pitcher, and who the better team was, the 2016 Cubs or the 2005 White Sox, this story is bound to come up someday. Perhaps at a pub, around a campfire, maybe a pew just before Mass, or wherever baseball fans and curious minds gather. I want to make sure this one stays intact so when folks talk about it down the road, they've got the facts. Now, I'll be honest, this story's a little different, but then again, so is Chicago. It's a city with its own tempo, its own flavor, and definitely its own way of thinking. And sometimes the issue itself isn't what matters. What matters is taking a side. And once someone does, that's when the opinions start flying. If you're watching this and you haven't lived in Chicago, there are some people who really take the North-South rivalry between the Cubs and White Sox pretty seriously. This is one of those stories, and like all good stories in the end, it really doesn't matter. But if I put a tagline on it, I would say this story is where faith meets fastballs. Today, we're talking about Pope Leo XIV and whether he's repping the north side or the south side. And for the record, I believe he's a Sox fan. Let's talk about where the Cubs may have jumped the gun. On May 8th, 2025, history was made. Chicago native Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was elected the next pope, taking the name Pope Leo XIV, the first American-born pontiff. A moment of global significance and hometown pride. The Cubs wasted no time. That same day, Wrigley Field's iconic marquee lit up with a message. Hey Chicago, he's a Cubs fan. Now listen, I get it. Big moment, great PR move, and hey, it's Wrigley. They have the best marquee in the business. But seriously, all he needed to do was check their facts. Or maybe they got it mixed up. Maybe his mom was a Cubs fan. More on that in a minute. But seriously, this guy lived deep on the south side. Come on. The south side didn't sit quietly. The same day, the White Sox congratulated the new pope on their scoreboard, and just a day later, the White Sox lit up their scoreboard with another message. Hey Chicago, he's a Sox fan. And honestly, they had a better claim. Pope Leo XIV lived way down on the south side, basically on the edge of the city, just about as far south as you can get. That is Sox country, not Cubs country. I have been down there, and I promise you that nobody, or at least not many, are wearing a Cubs hat during baseball season. And then someone from the inside stepped up, his own brother. John Prevost said,
Clear up the thing about the Cubs and White Sox.
Yeah, he was never, ever a Cubs fan, so I don't know where that came from. He was always a Sox fan. Our mother was a Cubs fan. I don't know, maybe that clued in there. And our dad was a Cardinals fan, so I don't know where that all came from. And all the aunts, our mom's family was from the north side, so that's why they were Cubs fans.
But he rooted for the White Sox.
That's right. But where it came from, I don't know, because he would have been the only one.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
And then came more proof, and not from the Vatican, but from a fan. Joe Binder, a blogger from Sox on 35th, was rewatching Game 1 of the 2005 World Series on Fox when he spotted it. He shouted the crowd in the ninth inning, and there was then Father Robert Prevost, wearing Sox gear, cheering. There's no doubt about it. Forget smoke signals, we had camera angles. And here's something else. Pope Leo attended a traditional Catholic high school, St. Mary of the Assumption, a Catholic parish school on Chicago's far south side. He served as an altar boy and sang in the choir there. So even his early days were steeped in south side traditions. Then Portillo's stepped in with their own holy tribute, an Italian beef sandwich named the Leo, launched during Italian Beef Month. Only in Chicago could sainthood come with sweet peppers and au jus. Also, there have been no shortages of t-shirts and jerseys commemorating this event. Just like other great events in Chicago, such as I Survived the Blizzard of '79, or I Survived '92 flood downtown, or even I Survived the worst season in baseball history. All right, sorry, White Sox fans. But remember, you got the Pope. Nobody can take that one away from you. In his first address to the media, Pope Leo XIV called for peace, truth, and compassion. He spoke of the importance of caring for the poor and the power of honest journalism. It was humble, it was hopeful, and it was pure Chicago heart. Regardless of whether you were a North Sider or a South Sider, in the end, this is what counts, not necessarily who he rooted for. Pope Leo XIV's journey from Chicago's far south side to leading the Catholic Church is a testament to faith, dedication, and the enduring spirit of the city he once called home. And honestly, whether you cheer for the North Side or the South Side, there's something we can all celebrate here. Chicago gave the world a pope, a man who walks with humility, speaks with compassion, and carries a message of unity we all need to hear. And maybe that's the takeaway. For once we can agree, our new Chicago Pope's message is clear. Peace, truth, and compassion, and it's up to us to carry that into the world, from the pew to the bleachers. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please give it a thumbs up, like, and also please subscribe. So, there you have it. Keep exploring, keep dreaming, and we'll see you at the next stop.